The resumption of violence in western and northwestern Tigray has left families devastated, with most of them separated. These children now find themselves far from home in overcrowded IDP centers across the region, have already lost connection with their communities. These children, whose ages range between 11 and 13, have been displaced to Mekelle, leaving their entire family in different parts of Tigray.
We were displaced from Maikadra to Shira in early November of 2020 following the brutal massacre carried out by the Amhara forces, ENDF and their Eritrean allies. We were being starved to death due to the all-encompassing siege, though we were sheltered in a repurposed IDP center. On top of all this, the Ethiopian and Eritrean allied forces have started shelling and bombarding Shira using artilleries, rockets, fighter jets, and drones, targeting civilians across the city. Thus, we left Shira on foot and arrived here in Mekelle after a tiresome journey. We were displaced from Maikadra district on December 9 to Shira and Dasilase. I get speechless when I think about the dead bodies laid everywhere on our way to Shira. We stayed in an IDP center in Shira for 2 years. However, following the war on the people of Tigray, we were obliged to be displaced to Mekelle yet again. On our journey, we have seen nursing mothers suffering severely. In general, the atrocities committed on us are diabolical. I am from Kafta Humara district. We have been banished from our own home by the Amhara forces and their Eritrean allies that we had to leave to Shira 2 years ago. Following the recent resumption of hostilities in Tigray, both Ethiopian and Eritrean forces were shelling Shira with heavy artilleries, drones, and fighter jets, targeting civilians mainly. Then after, we came to Mekelle on foot to save our lives. The atrocities were so vicious. On the way here, we have witnessed countless bodies of mothers and children killed by drones and artilleries. I used to live in Badme, northwestern Tigray. My mother has been killed by the barbaric Eritrean forces in November of 2020 at her home. Then I came to Shirara on foot. I couldn't be able to be connected to my family since then. Few months after I went to Shira, Midraganet IDP Center, have been sheltered for almost 2 years. I have witnessed many of the nursing mothers, children, and people with chronic illnesses falling like leaves of autumn while I was coming here. It was so shocking.
The children have also expressed their concern about the current condition of their family members.
I left my father in Adabai, Western Tigray. I have also 2 brothers who fled to Sudan. My mother and one of the other brothers of mine are also in Shira at this time. I am deserted here all by myself. It's awful. Now I don't even know the situation of my family. I'm really worried. I have a brother in Maikadra. My father and my mother are in Shira too. First, my mother was in Sudan. Then she came back home in search of us. Unfortunately, she is suffering from the ceaseless atrocities being committed on her for the second time. My family are in Aksum IDP Center. Following the frequent of shelling in Aksum, I just went to Adwa, then to Mekelle. On my way here, when I was in Tembin, I was starving to death and didn't think I will make it alive. There was no food and water. The plight there is unbelievable. I finally came to Mekelle on foot. I don't know the whereabouts of 6 of my siblings. I miss my brothers and sisters Mahari, Masarat, Haftom, Regat, Yibra, and Ma'arig. The Ethiopian government and its allies must stop shelling and aerial bombardments, which is victimizing civilians in Tigray. We also demand food and medicine. We have also the right to learn. It's time to act now. The world should work for the entrance of humanitarian aid into Tigray. The war must end through a peaceful dialogue. Thousands of children and adults are dying on a daily basis. The world must give us its attention from now on.
It is to be recorded that Ethiopian Red Cross Society, in collaboration with the ICRC, tries to reunite families that have been separated due to the war and are sheltered in IDP camps across the state. So far, there are over 530 children who have been separated from their families, and the organization was able to reunite only 25 of them.